You are about to meet some of the most sustainable dairy farms in the country. Now, that's not just me. That's according to the Dairy Management Incorporated folks and dairy producers across the countryside. Fabulous Farm Bay Pam Jahnke here in the WATERTOWN area at Rosy-Lane Holsteins, where we are visiting with the U.S. Dairy Sustainability Award winners for 2020. LLOYD and DAPHNE, HOLTERMAN, along with their partners, we're going to be meeting in just a little bit. We're going to start off right away visiting with DAPHNE. First, let's begin with what Rosy-Lane Holsteins is. This sustainability feat did not just happen overnight, folks. Tell me a little bit about the farm.
Well, we've been farming in WATERTOWN, Rosy-Lane, for more than 50 years, and Tim and Jordan joined us as partners 20 years ago, and about 7 or 11 years ago now, I guess. And so we've been growing slowly and surely through the years, and right now we have about 1,000 milking cows and 1,700 acres of crops. And LLOYD and I are now gradually phasing out of the operation and having lots of fun doing a little of both.
Excellent. Now, LLOYD, let's talk a little bit. Every dairy farm today has a niche that they try to focus in on. Sustainability is a cause throughout, but tell me a little bit about the genetics side of Rosy-Lane Holsteins.
Well, we really started developing a different kind of Holstein cow a couple of years ago, probably in about 1994. We started breeding for productive life and more for fertility and disease resistance using genomics. So that's enabled Jordan to helps Jordan manage the herd, and we haven't used. We've been able to have a lot healthier herd of cows. We're on multiple generations. Our production's really high with really high component milk, focusing on cheese yield, and so our whole goal is to get these cows to live longer, be healthier, and that goes right into the sustainability part.
And let's talk a little bit more about that, DAPHNE. When you and LLOYD sit down with Jordan and Tim and talk about the plan for the farm, how dominant is the sustainability message, goal, and executional plans? When did this start really becoming a focus?
Through the years, it kind of just grew and grew and grew, and we knew that that's where you have to be, because if you're going to have a profitable business that's going to live and be around a long time, you need to get better and do more with less, right? No matter what kind of business you're in, and farms are a business. So we take it to heart in all of our decisions. A lot of the things we do are based around what's best for that calf or that cow, and so sustainability is having healthy cows. It's about having good animals all around and having healthy calves. That's where it begins, and having people that want to work with your animals and take good care of them every day. So it's all part of the one thing, and we've been measuring for more than 12 years, lots of different variables and measures around the farm, and we've made progress. You know, we've got a little more to go, but we're constantly looking at that, how to get better and do a little bit more with less.
Now, this is DAPHNE and LLOYD's legacy. As they spoke, they're trying to pass the baton on, but sustainability is a commitment every year, every day. And Jordan, I'm sure that you've had a big part in trying to write the plan for this sustainability. Now, why is that something that resonates with you when it comes to focusing in on the practices, but then you also have to remember there's still got to be what we hope will be profitability somewhere with all this sustainability?
Right. So what I think about is how the farm started with one family taking care of the animals, the Holtermans, and now we have over 20 families at the farm every day that rely on us to make good, sound decisions. So not only that can we take care of the families working with us and our cows, but that we're producing a product that is going to be around for a long time, that we have the confidence of people in our local community buying milk and eating cheese.
Give me some examples of what you'd call sustainable practices that a non-farm consumer might not even know about. You know, we do a lot of things day to day on the farm. That's what we do. But so many people have no idea. Give me some examples of what pops to mind as some of the key marks of sustainability practices for Rosy-Lane.
So a few things that I come to mind in recent years. Electricity is something we're cognizant of. So we've changed over a lot of motors on our farm that are running 24 hours to variable speed motors, switched our complete lighting system to LED lights that are using half the electricity. And then when we talk about water, we don't want to use water one time and send it out to the field. So we have a couple different systems on our farm that are using water 2, 3, 4 times before it goes into our waste management system.
And again, these are investments that the farmer must make to get the benefits back. How do you find trying to weigh out the cost versus benefits? Do you have an equation in mind, or how do you make those difficult decisions?
So yeah, it's usually a big upfront cost, but we'll work with consultants and experts in those specific fields. We like to think we're experts at the dairy level, but so for our electrician needs, we consult with a local company, and they'll give us sound advice that if we can pay for something over 4 years, it's a sound investment to us.
Absolutely, and it's not just about the cows. On as far as the sustainability, we also have to think about all the crops that go into taking care of this dairy. Tim Strobel's another one of the partners that's along with us. Tell me a little bit about how this unfolds when it comes to field planning, rotation, some of that kind of stuff, Tim. What goes on to keep this plan moving when it comes to the field work?
So it's always a juggle. The last couple of years with the wet weather's been even more challenging, but our rotation is based around corn and alfalfa, because that's what we want to grow, crops that we can feed our forages. And grains are easy to purchase, so we really concentrate on forage production. We rotate alfalfa because it's a 4-year crop. Once you got it in the soil, it prevents erosion. It's there for 4 years. You don't have to till it. And it also provides nitrogen for the following corn crop. So we usually like to use a rotation of that. We also use cover crops in between on certain fields that are not suitable for alfalfa to help have some cover on that ground through more months of the year. And along with that is our nutrient management plan. Right. Nutrient management plan is designed that we provide the amount of nutrients going to the fields based on the crop that's going to be growing there, and not more than it needs, but it's a written plan by a professional that tells us how much we need to put of each nutrient, so that we can use them efficiently and not waste them or let them leach into the soil.
Right. And when he's talking about nutrient management plans, folks, remember, those cows generate manure. On the farm, that is a valuable resource that you want to use as far as fertilizer. But again, it comes with a balancing act. So far, those 1,000 cows, have you got enough acres that you can comfortably keep moving that sustainability plan forward, Tim?
Our goal is to keep growing acres, because it does get pretty tight. But we are fortunate enough to work with some neighboring grain farmers, and we have agreements where we can haul manure on some of their ground as well, to spread out those nutrients so that they're not going on the same acres year after year.
Right.